Hi, it's Ed here from KeywordsPeopleUse, and I'm going to show you now how to use our keyword clustering tool. So what we do is we just give ourselves a topic here. So I'm going to have the topic of broadband, and we choose our language and the country that we're targeting. So here I've got English and the United Kingdom. Or we can just drop in here a text file. On each line will be a new keyword, or we can paste them into here, and I'm going to paste in about 380 questions I've got here, all about broadband. And it'll tell you how many credits you'll need for this task. And we just cluster keywords to start the clustering process. And it will come here and it will show us now that it's in progress. So what's happening now is that our systems are now querying Google every single one of the keywords that we put into cluster. And it's making a record of all the URLs that rank for that keyword. Then once it's got all that data together, it will then compare all the URLs that are ranking for all the keywords and find matched pairs where you've got the same URL ranking for the same keywords. This process can take a few minutes depending on how many keywords you've put in. So here we've put in 383, so it's going to take a few minutes to do. So here we've got our results have come through. And at the top here, we've just got some brief overview. So of this, we've got 281 clustered keywords. So that's this keywords where they've actually got at least one other matching keyword where it's got URLs in common. And we've got 102 unclustered keywords. Now, these are keywords where they have no URLs for their top 10 results in common with any other keyword. And we've produced 40 keyword clusters here. So obviously we can see here every single cluster is shown and the keywords that are in it. If there's more than a few in there, you click show more to show how many are in there. So that's quite a big cluster, that one. You scroll down and you can see all these here. So each one of these in these clusters, for example, in this one here, we know here that there are at least 3 URLs in common with each of these keywords. So that's quite tightly clustered. Now we can change how tightly we want keywords to be considered to be clustered by changing the number of link intersects. Now it defaults at 3, and that means that each keyword has at least 3 URLs in common with every other keyword in the cluster. But we can actually reduce that down. So we say if we want 2, so that's what we consider clustered if they've got at least 2 in common, and that will change the number of keywords that are clustered. So here we can see the number of unclustered keywords has gone down, and the number of clustered keywords has gone up, and it's actually reduced the number of clusters. So you can scroll down, see all these clusters. Then we always have the miscellaneous ones at the bottom. These are the ones which aren't clustered. So these haven't got at least 2 in common with any other keyword. And you can take it all the way up to 7, where you want at least 7 URLs in common for it to be considered clustered. That's incredibly tight. But you will find, obviously, here you see the number of unclustered keyword goes up, the number of clustered keywords goes down. We've still got a similarly high number of clusters, 41 in this case. But I'm going to go and choose, say, 4 in this instance. Let's see what it looks like at 4. So yeah, so here we've got 52 clusters now with 247 keywords clustered. Now, we can also interrogate the data behind this. So we've got Explore Clustering Data. And if we click this will actually bring up, this is for the whole data set. This will actually show us which domains are ranking for how many different keywords and with how many different URLs. And we work out a topical authority score for this to see which domains are actually the most powerful topical authorities for the keyword set that we've put in. So here we can see moneysupermarket.com is the leading one here with 76.31, closely followed by USwitch at 68.72. Then you see it starts to slowly ramp down. And as you scroll further and further down, then the topical authority score naturally diminishes. So we can see here who the key players in this topical area are. And we can then go in and look at see which URLs they're actually ranking with. And we can see which keywords those URLs are ranking for. So this is great to be able to go and see who the top competition are, so you can get ideas from them and see how they're clustering things together. You can also obviously use it if you are already ranking in this topical area. You can see how you are comparing alongside your competitors. You can also do this within each cluster. So there's a little icon there, and we can explore the cluster data for each individual cluster that has been found by the tool. Now, with all these, we can download the clusters. So if you click the download the cluster, that will save you a CSV file with all the cluster data in. Let's have a look at that. I'll open that up. And here we have a download of the data that we've just created. So it's got all the clusters and the keywords there with it. So you can easily take this data and export it and use it elsewhere. So why do we use these clusters? Well, the great thing about these clusters is we know that for each of these keywords in a cluster that they have URLs in common as far as Google is concerned. So this means that we can target all these keywords on one page or a group of related pages. And this is powerful because it means we can produce less pages so we don't end up with similar pages that are cannibalizing each other's content. And to cover a group of keywords on a page rather than having individual pages for each keyword gives us much better content both for the user and for Google.